There are times that you feel disappointed. There are times that you feel really crashed. You feel like really tired and there is no sales for a month. But you just have to knock. You never know how close you are. So I created this list and I was like, I'm gonna knock per week 100 times. Like I literally go into 100 restaurants and introduce myself, show my product.
You just went to restaurants, you knocked on the door.
I knocked on their door. And some restaurants I went 11 times.
To the same one?
To the same one. Because the chef was not coming out of the kitchen. I had to pull him out. I think I literally knocked, since we started our business, more than 1,700 restaurants.
Wow.
In person.
In person.
And I'm not talking about emails and calls, just in person. Never give up. I mean, I believe in that. It's not something motivating people. It's about the power of consistency and the power of being in perseverance. If a person want to become a YouTuber or successful, make at least 1,000 videos. Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed Salehi. I am the CEO and co-founder of Heray Spice. Our mission at Heray Spice is to help Afghan family farmers economically by bringing their saffron to US markets, as well as helping their children by reinvesting 10% of our company on building schools for Afghan children. And also a big part of our company main core value is to help American chefs to get the world-class saffron.
So every time Heray Spice is sold, what does the work actually look like in Afghanistan? How much are you directly involved in building the schools, or who's doing that when the money is going back overseas?
A fantastic question. In Afghanistan, my mom and one of my close friends from high school, they are partners of my company. Yeah, my mom literally, they are going to see those family farmers and collect the saffron with them. And then my business partner, he is shipping them to Afghanistan. Almost every harvest time season, I go to Afghanistan personally because I want to see the local community farmers that are working over there. And also when I go over there, right now we are in partner with 3 elementary schools. Most of the time we buy school supplies for them. For our first mission, we bought a notebook and pens and pencils and blackboards for the classrooms. But our long-term goal is to build schools within these communities. It's very hard for children to walk almost 5 miles to reach to a school because there's not a lot of schools. So our dream is, as we bring the saffron, we want to build schools for the communities that there are saffron is growing.
Talk a little bit about how the supply chain works from the saffron being cultivated in Afghanistan and it getting all the way here in Chicago. And then how do you distribute that saffron to these restaurants and grocery stores? How do you make relationships with those businesses and pitch your company to them?
So once the saffron is harvested and the flowers are coming out of the ground, these family farmers, they have co-ops which they all come together, which they have to clean the saffron, basically process them according to the health codes. Then my mom and my business partner, they are the one who collect those saffron. For the first year, I personally went over there, brought the saffron into my bag.
Manually. So the first time you went to Afghanistan, you put the saffron in your bag.
Literally.
And you flew back, and that's how you had your first supply.
Exactly. Our first supply that's how we did. And that was, we brought around 35 ounces of saffron.
Wow.
Yeah. So we shipped them through FedEx and DHL. They came to Chicago. In Chicago, we have a shared kitchen in Evanston, which we are a part of shared kitchen. Okay. So we packaged them here again. Basically, they are coming in bulk. We go to these restaurants, American restaurants, Italian restaurants, French, Middle Eastern. We knock their door, we see their chef, we give them the samples and the gifts, and we show them, hey,
is chef inside? The executive chef, is he inside?
Then we show them the real product, and also we show them the saffron, the typical saffron in the market. We show them the difference of. The other part is that they love our story, the way we help a community. Yeah. It's not about, sales or pitching saffron. It's the mission we are following. People want to be a part of something valuable. And that's how chefs and grocery stores owners and restaurant managers, they love our story and they love our product.
The night and day difference of playing with real saffron versus the fake stuff is, off the chart. Yeah, I mean, it's not even the same ballpark.
Who would you say is your target customer in Chicago? Restaurants, family kitchens, grocery stores? Who's usually buying from you here?
Of course, so our main customers are both home chefs and restaurants. Mainly consuming or using more saffron are our restaurant clients.
What are some popular dishes that they might use it for?
We have paella, which is a very popular Spanish dish, risotto, an Italian dish, and also it's very famous. Also, we have bouillabaisse. There are hundreds of recipes you can make with saffron.
What are some things that you do to try and find chefs online? Like, how do you even find them?
So yeah, Google has been a very great friend of ours. So we just Google the name of the chefs and restaurants. And then once I get the restaurants, then I know each restaurant has a chef. Then I Google who is the chef for that restaurant. I find the chef and then I try to connect with them personally and through social media.
What would you say is the next step for you in growing your sales of the spice? Is it more of a finding the right type of customer who's really attracted to the spice? Or is it more of a scaling thing now where you just need to figure out ways to market, distribute, and get the spice in front of as many people as you can?
Now we need to think how we can get in front of more chefs, which I think fancy food shows and a trip to New York, trip to California, and also PR. We are trying to contacting, and we have been doing that. Voyage Magazine, Chicago Tribune. From the best or from the top 10 steakhouse of Chicago, we have 5 top of them. Like from 1 to 5, 5 of them are our clients. If you check the best French restaurants of Chicago, from 20 best of Chicago French restaurants, we have top 11 of them. Yeah, it's basically getting in front of more people.
How long ago was it that you came to the US, and when did you start this business? How do you look at starting a business?
Well, I came to US 3 years ago, 3 years and 2 months to be specific. I came with $270 to this country. Wow. With almost nothing. And I was working in a real estate company as a front desk assistant. But then there's a lot of things in the community saying that, starting a business is hard. I believe that you don't need any specific skill in your personality to start a business. Of course, along the way, you need to learn stuff. You need to build skills. You need to know the time management. You need to know the customer service. You need to know the sales. Anything that as a person, as a business owner, you need, you can learn it. You can grow it. And right now, our sales is growing very fast. And I quit my job maybe 2 months ago. Right now, I'm only working full. We literally started a business 9 months ago. After 7 months, it was paying me not the same amount of my job, but I have more flexible. I have more freedom.
What were some things you did at the beginning to get initial traction, to get that initial growth? Because it seems like you've done a lot for 9 months.
The first skill that you must learn in business is time management. You must know how to say no for a lot of stuff. It's not about your to-do list. Like, you should have a list of not doing things. There are times that you feel disappointed. There are times that you feel really crashed. You feel like really tired and there's no sales for a month. But you just have to knock. You never know how close you are. So you just have to knock. So I created this list and I was like, I'm gonna knock per week 100 clients. Like, I literally go into 100 restaurants and introduce myself, show my product and say, hey, this is what I do. This is our mission. This is our product.
You just went to restaurants. You knocked on the door.
I knocked on their door. And literally an average 8 of them every day. And some restaurants I went 11 times.
To the same one?
To the same one. Because the chef was not coming out of the kitchen. I had to put him out. I went over there 11 times and eventually he saw that I am serious. So he was like, you know what, if you're serious of selling this, I'm sure you're serious of buying a good quality product and having a great mission, I am gonna do business with you.
What were some challenges you faced maybe when you were at the beginning of starting your business or any time over the course of the 9 months? What kept you going?
Never give up. I mean, I believe in that. It's not something motivating people. It's about the power of consistency and the power of being perseverance and persistence on doing something. You cannot just knock 100 restaurants and say, okay, I didn't get any business. If you're knocking some doors, knock at least 2,000, knock at least 3,000. If a person want to become a YouTuber or successful, make at least 1,000 videos. If a person just made 20, and a friend of mine, he is trying to become a YouTuber, and he was asking me, I made 32 already. I'd only get 500 views. I was like, dude, just once you made at least 1,000, come back to me and say, I have only 500 views. You got to do it every day, every week. You just have to have a pattern.
Why Chicago? Why did you come to Chicago out of any other place in America?
The city that I'm from is called Herat. My city is famous as being windy city. where I was, my hometown in Afghanistan. It's called Windy City. And I was like, okay. And then when I was in Afghanistan, I was searching through cities to go because I could go to California, New York. Okay, where am I gonna go? And then I found that Chicago has the nickname of Windy City. I was like, dude, if you're living at Windy City, go to another Windy City, because I like that. But about our saffron, why we established here. It's a city of foodie, basically. People love to eat out, and we are #1 ranked in the world, actually, last month. Chicago, yeah. In
number
the world.
one for eating out?
For eating out, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So I was like, okay, then we will start in Chicago. And I think it was a good option. I mean, it was a great choice that we did that.
What are some of your short and long-term goals for Heray? How do you see yourself getting there from where you're at right now?
So now our short-term goal is to get into more restaurants. Right now we are in 80 restaurants, and one of our short-term goals is to get into 200 restaurants, hopefully by summer 2018. And long-term goal, we want to see ourselves to bring more different spices from Afghanistan, like cumin, cardamom, pistachios. These are some great products that Afghanistan has besides saffron. Plus, right now we are helping 3 elementary schools. Our dream is to help 6 elementary schools and 10 elementary schools by 2020. Right now we are helping 21 family farmers. Our long-term goal is to help at least 1,000 family farmers and bring their saffron and create jobs for the communities. And that's our dream is behind Heray, to make Heray a source of income for thousands of families in Afghanistan.
Finally, because Hustle Gurus is all about connecting and adding value to other people's work around the city, if someone watching this right now wants to contact you, where should they reach out? Are you looking for any specific talent right now to potentially grow the team in the next few months? Are you open to any young people reaching out for internships or informal positions to experience a growing startup from the inside out?
Absolutely. It's a pleasure and an honor to help Hustle Guru and people who are watching this video, to help them become successful and also to use their skills so that we grow, they grow, and our communities grow. So definitely, my website for the business is www.herayspice.com. If you go over there, you can see our contact us, and there's a form you can fill out. And we would love to have internships for the summertime, because our sales will grow and we'll have a lot of stuff to do. That's really something that people who are watching this video, they can take advantage of. We already had 2 interns, and we gave them recommendation letters, and they helped us with marketing and digital media. Facebook, I'm on Facebook very actively. They can see me on Facebook, Mohammed Salehi, MohammedSalhy, and we would love to be friends with you guys, and I would love to hear your story. You start your company, and give me a call or give me a text. I would love to help you with anything I can in terms of, giving ideas or advising or consultancy or stuff like that.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you again.
You're very welcome, brother.
Thanks again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.